Hollywood Bets, Kenilworth Sunday. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Hope you're all having a great day and your family are spoiling all of you guys and enjoying good, precious time with the family at home. Let's get straight into the Hollywood Bets Kenilworth meeting. Hopefully, Daryl can tip you a pick six for Father's Day. That'll be nice. And 8 races to get through. Remember, we are on the X platform if you are looking for us on social media, and we also have a QR code for you to get onto Betway and make it quite easy for you just to get your accounts up and running. We're starting in the first race, which is a maiden juvenile plate over 1,200 meters. I'll give you insight to the early betting in the opener. Race number 1, and the favourite here is Letitia. That's number 1 on the card, is 28-10. 5 Protector of Peace 4-1. 8 Coffee Crunch 5-1 on the Friday morning, and the 9 Royal Clinton 5-1. 7-1 the 2 Rashetu, and 11's and better about the Dallins. Morning, Daryl.
Morning, Clyde.
Nice card. Can we have a go today for the fathers? Put their heads down or what?
I certainly hope so.
Let's hope
we
so.
can steer them in the right direction.
Part the first race.
I've gone wide. I've gone all of numbers 1, 2, 8, and 9. Let's start with the 8, Coffee Crunch. Now, I said last time on Weighted to Win that he's probably looking for further, Clyde. But in these apprentice races, they tend to go very quick. And he'll be the one of them that's staying on in the latter stages. You can see on paper he's as much as 5.5 kilograms better off with Royal Clinton, who the apprentice knows. And I'm sure we'll let him stride up front once again. So both of them go into my play. Now, Letitia, you can say, Clyde, nice improvements in his second start from run 1 to run 2. Take note, that was on a very heavy track. Don't know what the track's going to come up like on Sunday, but I'm just going into this race meeting with a little bit skeptical with the racing that was held on that day. Rashetu clearly held by Letitia on that run, but like I said, I don't know if the going's going to be similar, but on his penultimate start, he clearly holds Letitia. Yes, he's more exposed, but he holds him quite comfortably. So the jury's out. Yes, Clyde. 1, 2, 8, and 9. You can see I don't like the race.
Yeah, I can see that. Tricky race for Daryl. Third leg of the bipart. We're bankering that horse in a timely manner. That cost $288. Race number 2, number 7 Margate tops the board here, is currently at 2-1, was at 3-1, so there has been a bit of support for Candice Bass's horse, Aldo De Mea riding. The 5 Hampstead Heath is at 4-1, number 6 Heritage Red is trading at 4s, 5-1 the 3 Take It As Red, and 7-1 number 4 Maritzburg Memory, and then 8-1 number 2 Alicia Asheville. You can get 10s and better about the balance. Money for Margate. Bass Stable, not doing too badly. There was a horse they backed in the course of the week. When I say they, the general public. Romped home. I think it backed from 8-1 to 5-2 or something, if I remember correctly. Yeah, one very. So Stable's right. What do you think of Margate?
I think she's a nice filly in the making. Would I be backing her? No. I'll tell you the reason why, Clyde. The filly she beat in her penultimate start when winning her maiden has had 3 runs since then, and he's still a maiden. And then last time out in that winter nursery, I think there have been 5 odd runners, and 4 of them have missed a place in the next start. Not saying she can't win.
No, they're dead for mine.
Yeah, it's dead, and she's taking on some older sorts, giving them a weight. So yes, can I see her winning? Absolutely, but not for me at her current price. Now, have a look at Take It As Red. Clyde, look at her rating early on in her career, 83. Right down to 65. This apprentice takes off an additional 4 kgs. She's got 52.5 to shoulder off a very, very competitive mark. In receipt of as much as 6.5 kilograms from her 2-year-old, the 2-year-old favorite in Margate. So I've included her. Maritzburg Memory and Hampstead Heath, they're both hard knockers. I've got an opinion that Sean gets the best out of Maritzburg Memory. So if she can break on terms, she'll be right there. and Hampstead Heath, there's little separating herself and Maritzburg Memory. So I've actually played wide in the opening leg. I think it's more open than what the betting suggests.
Yeah, it's Edward Muller, the apprentice, has had 4 winners this season, so Daryl likes a bit of take it as read. Okay, 288 that PA cost, and we again bankering in a timely manner. Third race, let's get to that. And this is a B Stakes, run over the mile. Favourites got this horse, top of the boards, Cutie Patootie, number 6 on the card, is priced up at 2-1. 4 Blind Date is also 2-1. Number 1 in a timely manner, trading at 7-2 was 9-2, so there's money for this. I know Daryl likes this. He's been bankering this in the Bipots and PAs, and pretty much I would imagine the same in the pick 6. Soho Heartthrob, some interest in that. Shortened from 8-1 to 6-1. Craig Zaki, Dean Canamayor's horse. 15-2, 3 King's Quest, and 17-2, It Is My Time. All runners then quoted. Money for in a timely manner. You bankering, pick 6?
No, I've included Blind Dates. Now let's start with the favourite, Clyde. You can see this is a stakes race, and if you go to the best weighted, you'll see that Cutie Patootie is actually 5 pounds or 2.5 kilograms best in, and she's in great form. She breaks well, she's up on the pace, the stable's in cracking form, she's super fit, so it's actually foolish of me to ignore her chances, but I just think she's taking on 2 very, very nice horses. And if you watch in a timely manner's later starts, you'll see how unlucky he actually was. They went helter-skelter up front on that occasion, and JP just couldn't get a run. I don't think there's going to be as much speed in the race this time around, but he's going to strip fitter, he's going to be there for nothing, and I think he's seriously underrated. So I like number 1 in a timely manner. Now, Blind Dates was having his second run off the rest, and they tried different tactics with him last night. Craig made use of him, and he went start to finish, and that run ought to have brought him on even further. So I don't think Andrew's going to be sticking around. He might actually challenge Cutie Patootie for the pace setting role, and that will set it up for in a timely manner just off them. So I'm going in order 1 from 4, Clyde. That's it. I think that's enough for the pick 6.
Enough, okay. Pick 6 is first leg 1 and 4, and cost 116 Rand for 10% on this Father's Day. Welcome back, race 4. Let's take a look at what we're doing here. It's a C Stakes. Take out the 2 it's not running, and that leaves you with 7 runners in the opening leg of the jackpot, where top of the boards right now, Friday morning, is Vaughan Marshall's horse, Captain Alliance. It's at 33-10 to win it. Was priced up at around 9-2, but there's been an adjustment with some scratching in here. 4 Who Is She is trading at 4-1. 1 Pentalina is at 9-2. 9-2 the 7 Fort Liam. And 5-1 the 6 Bourbon King. 7-1 about the 8 Baton Rouge, and all runners being quoted. Wale Yamoni is at 17-2, number 3 on the card. So 33-10 about Captain's Alliance, but what, open? Is there or a few in here? What, how have you read it?
Sure, I've actually left him out.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay. What have you put in?
Only numbers 4 and 6. Now, once again, Clyde Stakes race. Have a look at the best weighted column. It's the fillies who are favorably treated here. And Pentalina and Who Is She are 6 pounds or 3 kgs best in ahead of Fort Liam. Pentalina, I don't know, Clyde. She's a bit inconsistent in her last 2 starts. She didn't disgrace herself last time out, but she only beats 2 home. I don't know. Watch her move down to the start.
Okay.
Who Is She, Clyde? You can see that in that start, she holds Pentalina quite comfortably. So I've got a preference for her. She's in better form. Now, Clyde, have a look at her breeding. She's by Hawam out of a Elusive Fort mare. Now, Hawam, I mean, he won the Daily News, the Champions Challenge. He was a 10 furlong, a 2,000-meter specialist.
Yeah. Elusive
Fort, the sire of the dam, won the Derby.
That's right.
So this filly should be crying out for the extra. They did try her over 1,800 early on in her career, and that was, I think, 4 or 5 months ago. Since then, she's strengthened up. You can see in her penultimate start on a soft track, she was staying on all the way to the line. So I think she's going to love the 1950. Nice opportunity for her to win over here. But Bourbon King, this horse, since they've tried the blinkers with him, or on him, he's just been finishing his races off extremely powerfully. And I like the manner in which he's got his act together. It looks like the penny's finally dropped for him.
Andrew Fortune first time?
Yes. No, I had a look at the dam. I think the dam won over 1800.
Yeah.
So another one who should really appreciate the extra.
Only nothing's come from that Formula 1
No,
did,
the Formula 1's
Shocker.
Poor. 6 runners, 5 of them unplaced.
Yes, I see that.
But he put them to bed, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
He slaughtered them.
All right, so maybe Andrew Fortune can make a bit of magic. All right, 4 and 6 in this first leg of the jackpot. Race number 5. South of France tops the boards. The 10 horse priced up at 4-1 to win this. One Beneath the Clouds is at 9-2. Michelle Rex, nice to see her in the winner's enclosure in the course of the week. 7 Apricity is trading at 9-2. 5-1 the 5 on the card. Who's Vroom Vroom. And then 8-1 and better about the balance. Again, 4-1, 5-1 the field. Open sort of race. There are quite a few of them that can win it. No scratchings or anything to change in terms of our preview on the Friday morning. Not yet anyway. Open?
Yeah, it is open, Clyde. We can sit here and we can say it's a field type of race, isn't it? But we need to now like colours to the mast and go shorter in some legs. And yes, I do give Beneath the Clouds a chance. Clyde, Michelle Rex, last 10 runners, they've had 3 winners. So the stable's flying. But do I think she's at her best? Excuse me, Clyde, over a mile or 1500? No, I don't. So I've left her out. Vroom Vroom, I nearly bankered this filly. I've always liked the look of her. You know, if you just see her, you can see there's something there. And she's only going to get better with racing as she strengthens up and gets older and more mature. And her 2 runs since a short break have been very, very promising. First run up the straight, a distance too short. She finished that race off very nicely. Then Craig tried to bounce her and overcome a tricky draw, and she got caught out, exposed, no cover, and she was there for a long way. And she just came up for her late, so I was very happy with that. I'll make her the one to beat.
Okay.
And let's look how the previous race unfolds with Who Is She and also Cutie Patootie early on in the day. Maybe they both won since then.
Yeah, and then it's...
Then you're going to empty out, aren't
Sure,
you?
Vroom Vroom, eh?
Yes. And then Apricity. This is the type of filly I actually think Andrew will suit. You know, it's been quite some time since she's visited the winner's enclosure, but she's in great form, Clyde. She's knocking very loudly at the door. And Andrew's getting down to 54.5 for her. So you need to take note of that. And Boozy Susie, Clyde. Nino's won the bridge. She's been sprinting recently. She's going to strip fitter, a much more favourable distance for her, isn't it?
Yep.
So 5, 7, 6 in that order. But once again, I'll repeat, Clyde, this is a tricky race.
Tricky, but Vroom Vroom is our horse. 288. Okay, let's get to the market where they bet in this particular case. 5-2 about 1, Chasing the Rainbow, top of the boards. That is from the Robert Barrett stable, who's flying at the moment. Richard Ferree riding that. 4 Please Be True's 4-1. 7 Beware the Bomb is trading at 9-2. There's been a bit of money for that. Shortened from 6s into 9-2. Justin Snaith and Andrew Fortune team up. And the 3 Gallic Dream 5s with the 6 Sugar Mountain, who has shortened, by the way. Sugar Mountain also shortened from 6-1 to 5-1. Billy Bowlegs is not running, but I guess a couple in the race. Robert Barrett stable in. Not too bad, eh?
Started
Started and just trading winners.
Dream start.
Dream start, yeah. What do you like?
No, he's not going to enjoy what I'm going to have to say over here, Clyde.
Okay.
I'm playing to beat his runner, Chasing the Rainbow. I'll tell you why, Clyde. Got a few concerns. Now, last time out, the apprentice on Mente et Manu went 1,000,000 miles an hour, right? And everything up front had to fold, and the finishers swooped from the back, and it suited those from off the pace. Now, will he get a similar pace in this race? I somehow doubt it. I don't think he'll ever get a pace like that again in his life. So I think that that one flatters him somewhat. In saying that, he's gonna strip fitter. He's got Richard from Stallgate number 1, which automatically people say that's half the battle won. But Clyde, this horse likes to angle out. He likes to come with a run up the middle of the track. And will the gaps open for him at the right time? I don't know. I can see him winning, absolutely, Clyde, but I've got a preference for others because of those concerns. Now, please be true on paper. He's 2 kilograms better off with him. So he's having his peak run. So on paper, they're going to finish alongside each other. You can't ignore his chances. He's got Michael Michel with 51 to shoulder.
Yeah.
Horse is in great form. I just had a look at how the race is going to be run. And Swiatek, Clyde, and Chasing the Rainbow, I don't think are going to force the issue early. And Gallic Dream's going to get there very easy in my mind.
Okay.
But Andrew Fortune's going to come from the outside and control the pace, like this filly did in the Storm's Flay. And that was a cracking comeback effort down Cafe Culture. She had excuses, and she could have finished closer. Now, if you have a look at the best weighted column, Clyde, she's 3 pounds, she's the second best in behind Sugar Mountain. So she's extremely well treated in this race. And I just think Andrew Fortune's read this race, and he's seen that there's a lack of pace, and he's going to take it up and try control it from up front. And I think Craig Zek is going to be aware of that. So I see them turning into the straight first and second off a slow run race.
And finishing like that.
Yeah. And that's the first leg of my double.
Finishing in that order, 7 ahead of 3.
I'm going 3 from 7.
You're going to have a Gallic Dream to beat Beware the Bomb. But interesting race it will be. Let's see if it works out that way when they turn for home. Okay, this is a good race. Interesting race. It's the Winter Sprint over 1,200 meters. And there are a couple in here that have certainly got to have chances. One of them being All the Rage. Very nice horse. 16 to 10 on the Friday morning. Won the US Survey, not out of it. 28 to 10, second choice. Money for it. They're building away at taking the 7 to 2, I think it was. 6 Berries Rouge, or Berries Rouge is 5 to 1. 7 to 1, the 5 Sardina Bay. And then you can get 8s and better about the balance. Another very good race.
Cracking race. Race of the day. Now, Clyde, in my mind, the US of A ran out of his skin last night when finishing second to Cafe Culture, who came out and ran a cracking second behind Taxi to the Moon in the Golden Horse.
Yeah.
So that form's looking good. Take note, he finished clear of Dumbledore in that race, the Champagne Stakes, and he picked up a penalty. So he meets Dumbledore and King Regent worse off, and they weren't too far behind him, were they? He goes up 3.5 kgs, they only go up 1.5, so there's a 2 kg swing in their favor, and on paper they're all going to finish alongside each other now. So you need to be aware of that. In saying that, he's a lovely sort, and he's at his best up the Kenilworth 1200 straight. Richard's aboard, he's going to strip fit. I can see him winning. But you need to have respect for a few others. Unbaldi, he's been contesting races over 1,000 meters recently, and a couple of runs back, it was over 1,100. You'll see he finished 2 lengths behind the US of A. It is quite some time ago, and the USA of A has progressed since then, whereas he's sort of stayed off a similar mark. But he's 8.5 kilograms better off for a 2-length beating. So he's my sneaker of Yaun Baldi. And then the filly, I mean, since they've tried her up the straight with the blinkers on, she's done absolutely nothing wrong. And her last victory was very impressive. Mikkel, 50 kgs on a filly that's in cracking form, that's super fit. I mean, nobody would be shocked to see her beat the boys over here. Does she need to raise her game? Yes, but she's doing that. I mean...
So what's happened to All the Rage? Is it not running? What happened to that?
This is my horse, isn't it?
Yes, you haven't mentioned it. You mentioned 3
Yeah.
horses. You never mentioned All the Rage.
He's tops the source, but I just don't know where he is in his return after a lengthy rest, Clyde. I mean, he's been off the track for 4 odd months, and we know that he was meant to run a few weeks ago. So,
Sure.
but I just think, personally, I think this will be a lovely come-on run for him. That's the way I read it, Clyde. I've been
How's the diadem form? Everything's come in one.
I've been wrong so many
Questioning
times.
Sia Pambili, Cafe Culture. No,
So
it also
you're on
saying here,
him?
Don, isn't it? I would have thought so. I'm
You're on
surprised
him,
you're
Clyde.
not. You're on the US of A.
Okay, so
who's
if
your
you're
first choice here?
Can I just say something? You should be on King Regent then. I'll tell you why. On that run, Clyde, right? All the rage goes up 4 kgs. And King Regent goes down 2. So there's 6 kgs for a length and 3/4 beating. What price is All the Rage?
16 to 10, I think.
And what price is King Regent?
Any price.
What price?
Outsider, 14 to 1.
So isn't he the value in the
He
race?
is the value, but All the Rage is a class. He's class, man.
Class.
Anyway, you put me right off. Right, 1, 4, and 6 for Daryl. He's leaving out All the Rage in the 7th race.
Left the King Regent as well.
All right, the last one on this Father's Day. I hope you all had a good one. This is Apprentice C Stakes. It's over 1,000 meters, a quick dash. There are 9 of them at this point in time that will be lining up. And let me give you a look at the Friday morning betting, where they've got the horse 6 Palace Gift top of the boards at 33 to 10. 7 African Memoir, 7 to 2. Bit of money for it, shortened under Nell's horse. 4 Tricep Haters at 7 to 2. Also money for that. Lucinda Woodruff's having a great run. And 2 All About Al is 6 to 1 with the 8 Peace of Mind. And then you can get 7 or 8 to 1 about Worldly and 10 to 1 and better about the balance. Open race, but money at this point in time for 2 horses, both the 4 and the 7. Last race on the card. You got something for us for the Father's Day special? Last one to get out of it? No.
Clyde, I've gone with apprentices that are familiar with their mounts of year and have been very successful on their mounts and have ridden them to victory. So, Palace Gift, I mean, Apprentice Palais has ridden him for on 3 occasions for 2 wins. So he's done extremely well on him. And the only time he got beats on him was at Durbanville, and he's bet up the Kenilworth Straight. So I can actually see this horse Palace Gift winning once again. He won with a lot in hand last time out. And Apprentice Palais rode him cold. Got him some cover and let him finish that race off. And I actually think Shane Humby has been waiting for this race. So I'm not too concerned that he's been off the track for 2 months. I think they've earmarked this race. So he's gonna be very hard to beat. Now number 4, Clyde. Princess Muller knows this horse very well, and last time out they met. And you know, in his penultimate start when he won, he got some cover and he finished that race off from last. Unfortunately, the way the race unfolded last time out, he might have been a bit closer to the pace than what suited him. So if he can get some cover and be produced later, I can see him reversing the form with Palace Gift. And obviously there's a weight swing in his favour. So I suspect they're going to run first and second once again.
Okay.
However, I did throw a little bit of a spanner in the works of year, and I've included Worldly in the exacta.
Isn't it better 1,200 Worldly now?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
much better over 1,200. And you can see in his penultimate start when he's held behind Palace Gift.
Yeah.
And number 4, that was over 1,000. So 1,200, that's his game. He'll be doing his best work late. Exacta boxed in the last 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, got it. 4, 5, 6 exactas at the back. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope it's been a good one for you. We start again. We go racing again on Monday. I'm told we'll be racing Monday in KwaZulu-Natal.